football fan. He's raising funds for the Darren Wright Foundation this evening. But not only that, ladies and gentlemen, he loves to dress up as Norman Wisdom. Please welcome to the ring, RIAZ a 32-year-old DJ raising funds for the Darren Wright Foundation as well. Another Bristol City football fan, folks, from the red team. It's Roscoe SIMMONS. Once again, folks, fighting out of the black corner. He enjoys dressing up as Norman Wisdom. It's RIAZ And from the red team, ladies and gentlemen, the Bristol City fan who's a DJ, it's Roscoe SIMMONS. 3 rounds each lasting 2 minutes. Over to the man in charge.
So getting ready for fight number 2 here at Ashton Gate in Rookie to Rocky. RIAZ Ali in the black, a Bristol City fan, against Ross Simmonds, a Bristol City fan. So it's a little local argument here.
I think they're all putting Bristol City fans on their CVs because they get the support from the people here tonight. But yeah, one City fan against another.
One thing I would say is I think
Round 1.
I think Ross Simmonds could work on his nickname a bit more, because Roscoe is a bit obvious. But meanwhile, he's got a few things on his mind, because RIAZ Ali has launched a furious opening assault, and Roscoe was on the back foot immediately, but he'll need to get into his style, which he seems to have done now, and overcome that initial assault, and landed really well himself. Really well. And this is what you might call a brawl. And we've got fans standing, enjoying already, not exactly sophisticated.
No, I thought it showed that the training they'd had though early on when Simmonds withstood that first attack with some good defence, and then suddenly he launched a big one of his own.
But this is the adrenaline running straight away early in the fight. They've been waiting for 10 weeks for this. So both men have had a bit of a flurry, and there's a head guard problem for Roscoe. RIAZ Ali in the black head guard. His head guard looks a little low over his eyes, but he's the taller man of the two. And now they have tried to get into some sort of shape in terms of their stance and try and box in an orthodox manner. But the temptation to throw a flurry of punches is huge. But the potential for getting caught is huge as well. And now RIAZ moves forward and lands a couple. I like Roscoe Simmonds' movement. He's dropping the shoulder, he's bobbing and weaving, moving from the waist to evade the oncoming opponent. And now RIAZ Ali trying to get that left jab out. But Roscoe doing well himself, getting a couple of jabs off as well. Looking down below, trying to actually clipped him on the chin there with that straight left lead and did another one, and then another one lands there and right on the bell. And considering the first 15 seconds he endured, Roscoe came back quite well there, didn't he?
Yeah, clearly won that round. I'm sure it was a bit reminiscent of Muhammad Ali and George Foreman in that Roscoe did all the movement. RIAZ was coming forward but plodding, trying to get in the big shot, wasn't able to do so because of the good defence and movement that Simmons put in.
Yeah, this is RIAZ Ali, not Muhammad.
Yeah, well, it's Simmons that's looking more like Muhammad Ali and RIAZ is looking like George Foreman. But we all know how dangerous George Foreman could be with one punch.
Yeah, don't know how old RIAZ Ali is, but Roscoe Simmons is 32. He's a DJ when he's not supporting Bristol City or raising funds for the Darren Wright Foundation, which he's doing here tonight. And as we've said before, it takes a lot of guts for them to get up in the ring. So we're just about ready for round number 2.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So once again, RIAZ Ali is in the black and Roscoe Simmons in the red in this battle for rookie to Rocky. Roscoe, the shorter man, but the busier man as well at the moment. Good movement and then lands several good shots. Traps him in the corner, but now gets pushed up against the ropes himself. That's the important thing. If you get trapped on the ropes, you've got to get away from them. And certainly the movement from Roscoe Simmons is pretty decent, but he doesn't want to duck down too much like that if he can avoid it. And then a little bit of holding on by both boxers. And again, midway through round 2 is when you'd expect to see maybe them begin to feel the pace a little bit. And even training 10 weeks, 3 2-minute rounds is going to take it out of you.
Especially for Simmons, who's expended so much energy in the first 1.5 rounds. You just wonder if he can keep the pace going.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well though, moving out of the way, just throwing a shot and then ducking away and moving into the background. It's RIAZ Ali, the man coming forward all the time. But good movement by Simmons, but then allows himself to get trapped in the corner again. And just lowering his head like that is not doing him any favours. And the referee ought to call break at this point. Somewhat ragged. Not quite sure why the referee didn't step in at that point, but I think Simmons is feeling the pace and just having to do it in bursts at the moment. And you also reckon that RIAZ Ali has probably got the heavier punch.
Well, he's heavier person for a start. There's quite a discrepancy in weights in this contest. And Simmons, as I say, took a huge deep breath at the start of that round, I noticed, and has obviously expended a huge amount of energy. This is going to be a real test for him this 3rd round.
This is like coming around the final bend in a 400 metres race and realising you might not have got enough left in the tank to get to the line.
I think that the other thing is that Ali hasn't shown a lot of aggression. If he starts showing a bit of aggression in this round and Simmons slows down, we might see a turnaround.
Yeah, so all still to play for then. Both boxers with lots of supporters here tonight. Over in the red corner, we can see
10 seconds.
Ross Simmons getting some advice, gulping down some water. In the blue corner, Ali sitting there on his stool, pensively.
Third and final round.
So here we go then. Who wants it the most? That's the question. Ali starting as if he means business in this final round. Simmons prepared to exchange though. Ali gestures as if he wants Simmons to be a little less elusive. Big right hand. I wouldn't like to suggest there's a bit of needle here, but I think there's a bit of needle here, Richard.
Yeah, a bit of showboating going on as well now. I think Ali's been well advised to get some punches in, stop showboating, get some hard punches in, because I've got him behind.
Right, okay, so It's down to the mental capacity as well as the physical ability here. Who's going to keep their cool? Who's going to keep their form? Who's going to box sensibly? Who's going to conserve energy? But Ali just intent on trapping Simmons on the ropes and punishing him if he can. But when he gets inside, Simmons holding on, as boxers will, give himself a bit of a breather. And again, Simmons just measuring up with the jab, whereas Ali, just fancies landing the big shot. Ali waving him forward as if to say, don't keep going backwards. Well, you can box on the back foot, that's quite legitimate.
And he's doing it very well at the moment. He's keeping out of trouble, and as I say, it was ahead on the first 2 rounds to me, so that's all he's got to do, keep out of trouble.
Yeah, it's nothing to say that you have to stand there and make yourself a target. You land your shots and get out the way. And he's done that quite effectively in our eyes, has Roscoe Simmons. Bit of a scrap in that corner. But again, Simmons just on the back foot, but keeping out of harm's way if he can. And then holding on as Ali comes in. Ali trying to dig him in the ribs while they're holding on. And there is the bell to end the contest. And we'll wait for the verdict. So both sets of supporters think their man's won. In just a moment, we'll find out from the referee.